Hi there. So the occasion's different. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, I'm filming here today because there's a lot of noise in the living room. Also, my knee hurts a lot because I just slept last week and it's still being a little bit angry and I really can't go down on the floor. So I'm sitting on our bed, which is much better situation for my knee. Without further ado, welcome to my March TBR and my February wrap up, where I hopefully try to tell something about the books I read, which were quite many and not many of those that I was supposed to read. Let's start with the actual TBR pursuit prompts which I got and if I read those books. So the first prompt was, let me get my journal. It was Winter Boot by Shay Earnshaw, and that was a yellow prompt which was season in the title, and I read this. I rated it 2.5 stars. It was easy to read, but my god, there was a lot of repetition. Everything was just what is the word for that? An allegory, metaphor. Everything was just a little bit, it was a little too much. It made way too dramatic, I think. But the thing is that I would have definitely loved it when I was 15 or 14. That would have been my thing totally. But as a 27-year-old woman, it kind of wasn't. But I did love the ending. It was super warm and super romantic, and I did like how it ended. It was very much fun. Yeah, I just couldn't get over how much repetition there was. Like, I get it that you're a witch, and I get everything that you have said already hundreds of times. And also there were 2 point of views and they both sounded the same, so that was kind of also something that lowered rating for me. So a little bit of hit or miss for me. Next up we had an orange prompt, which was also I have never heard of, and I also thought about this book for my postpartum. Pronouns and possessives. I read for this How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie, and it kinda... I started it, so I don't have to take off a piece, but it was honestly, I just didn't care enough to continue, so I didn't end it. I got like over 1 hour in with the book and I just didn't vibe with it, so I decided that why would I even force myself to read or listen when I felt no eagerness to know what happens next. I'm already full of stress anyway, so I decided just to let it go. And also, if you don't know what kind of rules I have, I explained them in my first TBR pursuit video, which was in January. In a nutshell, if I read a book, I get a piece, color of the prompt. I only can get 1 color for the prompt, and if I have started or DNF it or I just couldn't finish it, I don't have to take a piece off, but also I don't get one, and if I don't even start it, I have to take a piece off. So that's just in a nutshell. Okay, let's continue. And the third one was Pink, learn a book from a library. For that I chose Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Curry. I started this, read like 60 pages, decided I couldn't just continue. Something just bothered me with the writing style. It felt super hard to get into, so I just decided to DNF it. Again, second book out of 4 that I DNF, but I will try this later again, but for some reason I just couldn't get into the writing. The dialogue felt very forced for me, and I kinda didn't like some allegories there and metaphors, and I read other comments from people who were kinda distracted the same reasons as I was, and they didn't like it till the end. So I decided that maybe I'll give it a chance later when I'm in a sci-fi mood. Right now I have stress and I want to read easy reads. So, did not finish. Well, the next up, the final prompt I had was Orange, and it was female author, and for that I read Come Tumbling Down by Shannon McGuire, and this one I read right away. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay, but it wasn't the best one in the series. It kinda had the same problems as some of the books, that it had way too many characters and the plot kinda wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't really work with these little pages. Like this was only 200 pages and everything just kind of felt a little bit rushed. Yeah, but it wasn't still bad. I still enjoyed it. I read it fast and I will read the next one, but not the strongest one in the series. Then next up, let's see what else I read that wasn't in the prompts, because after I tried to read Leviathan Wakes and couldn't get into it, I just decided to just fuck it, I read whatever I want. So I decided to read something easy and fun, and that was Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, which was a very good decision on my part because it was fast read, it was nice and easy, but also it was only 3 stars. Yeah, I gave it 3 stars because there were problems with this one, like that the main character was super annoying. That was kind of a big problem. And also, another big problem was that it kind of felt a little bit, the plot didn't quite work. It was intriguing, I can give you that. They were quite interesting, all the spooky stuff, and it was very Scooby-Doo, honestly, and I loved Scooby-Doo as a kid. But for some reason it didn't just work with this book. It kind of felt short, it felt kind of dumb, a little bit disappointing. I did like it still, so that's why 3 stars, and I had fun reading it. Not the strongest book Sager has written. The next up I read something that almost gave me nightmares and very much anxiety, and that's I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This I gave 3.5 stars because I wasn't quite sure about the ending. I did like it, it worked, but I'm not sure about the execution, if it worked as well. It really was super atmospheric. It finally gave me those horror feels that many other books have failed to give me, and I did like the writing, so it was both success and definitely something I enjoyed at this moment. Finally, I read Fine Art Girls by Riley Sager, and this I gave 3.5 stars also. This was much better than Home Before Dark. It was more structured plot, better characters, and I had a lot of fun reading this. It wasn't the strongest book Sager has written, because I still like last time I liked much more. I didn't see the plot twist coming, which was good, because in Home Before Dark I definitely saw it coming. It was well done, but also not the strongest. Right, now that's out of the way. Let's just go and see what I'm gonna read next month, and if I'm gonna stick around for that. Let's go to the first roll of this disaster. 6, huh? I think I will go to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A green, which was random, so we get random challenge that couldn't fit anywhere else. Whoops, sorry, you are not even focused. And we get continue series. So for the first roll, I have already started this book, but look how little I'm in already. But that was for a series I want to continue now, is the Wheel of Time series, and this is in Finland 11th book. I think this is in US still the 5th book, like the middle part of it. We have this divided into more parts because, well, they already thick. This is part 2 out of 3, 5th book I think. In Finnish it's called Hopeinen Nuoli, which is Silver Arrow. And in English it's The Fires of Heaven. So that's the book I'm gonna continue, and all I'm gonna just say is that, yeah, since it's the continuation of the series, it's a fantasy series, a long one, I'm not gonna give a more detailed explanation of it. Rule number 2 is number 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, we have blue, we have 1, 2, 3, we have yellow. Let's try 1, 2, 3 blue, which is cover, and we get green cover. Okay, so for this prompt I'm going to read, oh no, what's the title of this? Oh no, I am so badly prepared for this, and I'm going to go with that. Anyway, it's by Shannon McGuire, It's the 6th book of the favorite children's series, and it's super green cover. As you can see, I'm waiting for it from the library, and I should get it pretty soon, so that's perfect for this one. And as it's still a continuation of the series, that's all I'm gonna say. Rule number 3. We got 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to get pink no matter what. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. We got 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. Oh, shoot. We got 1. So that is blue or orange. We don't have orange yet. So it's this one. And we got author I haven't read much. So this one was a little bit more tricky because I haven't read this author ever, and it says not read much. But I can kinda use it here. But I want to read it because it's both for Buzzwordathon challenge which is location this time, but it's also for the high school course that I am partially running as my internship. This is one of the books they can read there, and I want to read it too because I haven't yet, and I need to so I can grade their answers better. And that is My Cat Yugoslavia by Budgetin Statovsky. And this is a book I really don't know much about. You can read this in English too. This is just a Finnish copy of it, because I think the original language this was written was Finnish. So what I know about this is that this is a story about this girl who lives in Yugoslavia and is forced to marry this man, and then the riots and struggles come to the country. Everything changes, and it tells about their life after that. And there's also a cat. Okay, yes. This tells about their son, Begim, who lives in a different country, and I think that's Finland, as a foreigner. And also there's LGBTQA representation, and also magic. I think it's magic that's happening here. And the final roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we got the pink. Oh, we saved. And pink was challenge. Okay. We got Pokepoly. So let me just get that one out. So this is basically my Pokepoly board that I made, and I have stolen many of the prompts from Pekka and books, and this from I just found other book prompts and came up with a couple of myself. So let us start from the beginning, from the go. Yeah, and this works the same rules as normal. So if I get a double when I draw, I don't need to get another prompt, which is fun. So let's hope we don't get those. Nope, we didn't. We got 3. 1, 2, 3. Small book, which means under 300 pages. So for the final prompt we got a small book, which is nice, and for that I chose Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. It's super small, it's actually under 200 pages, it's 158 this copy, so that's nice. And this is a story about this fireman who sets books on fire, and it's kind of like a dystopian future in a way. And that's all I'm gonna say for this, because I'm gonna rate this for different log. I'm gonna talk about it much more over there. But then, because I am not dressed out enough, apparently, I'm going to take part in Magical Readathon, which in this month is only a week long, and you read 2 books at most. For that, I'm not going to explain more about my character or the prompts or anything, but you can go to Bookro's channel, which I'm gonna link down below, and check it out over there. It's much better explained and what I would do. So for that I want to read a book with knights in the title or in the cover, nighttime in the cover. And for that I'm gonna read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, and as you can see it has a nighttime on the cover, and this is one of the books I'm gonna read for that, which makes my character have this one god as his summon in a way. I think he's going to make pact with this god of night. I'm really badly prepared for this video, aren't I? Whatever. Anyway, this is one of the books, and then the other one I'm gonna get from the library later, and it's either Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo, which I'm gonna get already, but also I'm very interested to read Near the Bone by Christina Henry, and for this the bone is indeed bone, which makes it that my weapon for my character is bones, are the magical, artifact that they use is bone. So that was very badly explained. For some reason I'm just not in the mood to film and generally anxious and stressed out, so I hope you still got something out of this video. At least you know what I'm supposed to read and what I'm trying to read this month, so I hope to see you in the next month, next week, and actually release a video there that I was supposed to do last week, but hey, life goes on. I need some free time also, I guess. Let's hope that next videos I'm gonna film art like this. Okay, so bye.